Hi Gaius, this video is for the new homework this week, the very first Etudes, number 2 and number 3. You've done the number 1, that one, you've done that before. This is the out of the same book, number 2 and 3. And I decided to put together, not copy it off of that horizontal page. Instead, I've written it up using my software so that you have it in one page. So the upper half is the number 2, the lower half is the number 3. And they're sort of similar in a way. They're a combination, it's full 4 time, combination of quarter notes and eighth notes. And they are, and staccato and legato. The first, number 2, the upper half is in C major. No, as you can see, there's no key signature. The second one is a G major because it has an F sharp. It has a key signature of the F sharp, which indicates that it is in the key of G major. So let's go through number 2, the C major one, the first 8 measures. It goes like this. If right off the bat, your right hand has a usual hand position. When the left hand comes in at measure 3, it's a G position. It's a little bit unusual, so be ready for that. So I'll start. Left hand. I just realized, the slur marking on it came out a little bit differently than I intended because I think I put it in before I, changed the size of the notes. So, nonetheless, it's a slur that ends on the last note of the group. Okay, so I think so the left hand. So that is your left hand position. Your left hand stays there. Right hand starts on, and then left hand plays, and then right hand comes back, and right hand moves up, thumb on the D, and then stays in that position, one rest, and then you have to move up. Your thumb goes all the way up to the G. G, A, B flat, B natural, and C. Right hand is a little bit busy, has a lot of moving around. Okay, I'll play one more time. Left. Okay, so that's the first half. Now the second half is a, let me see. So the right hand stays in the same hand position throughout. It doesn't have to move around at all. Left hand actually moves at the very last, at the bottom line. So, after playing that, left hand has to move up. So the pinky goes to A. And then back to the G major position again. Rest. So there is that. You have to worry about the left hand position. Let me play once through. 3, 4. So the first line of number 3 is pretty straightforward. It gets a little bit tricky on the second line. So I will play just the bottom line. Okay, so that's where, much of the action is. Well, I guess it's the same thing with the previous exercise too. It's always the second half that's a little bit more challenging. The first line is usually just an introduction of, what your, little piece is going to be. And I think there was a conductor, Leonard Bernstein, Bernstein, I always get it mixed up. He said that, it's always 1, 2, 3, and you take off on 3. A lot of musical phrases are written that way. You start, that's 1, next is 2, and then next is a 3, the big long one. So 1, 2, and 3, and you take off. Same thing with the next one. And that's 2, and next is 3. So the 3 is always the long conclusion phrase. Okay, so yeah, work on those. Of course, you don't have to play it so fast. This is just to give you a good overall, like a big picture. So do practice a lot slower. Did I write? Yes, I did write a metronome of 80 or 88. I decided to pick the metronome 80 or 88 so that you can match it up with a metronome for the fairy chord, because you're going, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can match the tempo for both exercises. You'll feel the same way playing the quarter notes. You'll feel the same way playing the eighth notes in them. So practice those together. Okay, so I'll end this video here, and I'll do a separate one for He's a Pirate. Bye.